Hi everyone, so it's quite a few hours after I filmed my last video. A lot has happened since then. As soon as I finished filming, or not long after, God, my makeup's quite bad. I went in Marks and Spencer's to go for a wee, and I become super lightheaded as I was going up the escalators, and I sat on the toilet for a little while. And normally I would have stayed in longer, but I was like, oh God, I'm feeling really ill. I need to get some food and get back to the hotel. So I was on the escalator back down, and I was getting more and more lightheaded, but I couldn't understand why. And eventually, got down the escalator, and I was walking towards the food hall, and it was like I just got more and more lightheaded, and I was like, I'm going to pass out. I don't want to do it in the shop. So I walked outside, and it was nice and cool, and I thought cool air will help me. So I walked back to my car with this cool air, and I got in my car, and as I got in the car, I passed out or fainted. I don't know what it was, because I know the difference, like when you pass out everything goes black, and when you faint it's a different sensation, and it was a cross between them both. And literally, my breathing was getting difficult whilst I was filming anyway earlier. I couldn't catch a full breath. I still can't catch a full breath, but I can catch a breath better than I could. So when I came round, I rang my dad, and my dad's like, I'm ringing the doctors. So we rang the doctors, and receptionist did not want to know, which I think's out of order when you're ringing up and you're saying she's breathless, she's really unwell, and they don't want to know. So I rung up, and she gave me crap, because I rung up and asked for my doctor. I said, would you be able to pass a message on to Dr. whatever my doctor's called, I'm not saying her name on here. And she's like, yeah. And I said, would you be able to get to ring me today? She's like, well, she's not in. I'm like, all right. She's like, well, I'm not going to ring her at home. And I'm like, I'm not asking you to ring her at home. I'm really ill, and I'm not at home. I'm in Devon. Well, what are you doing in Devon? I'm like, I'm away. She's like, well, go to hospital. I'm like, I'm not going to hospital. She's like, well, go to the doctors. I went, I'm not registered down here. I'm not, just going to go to the doctors. She went, well, the doctor's not in, and I'm not ringing her at home. I said, well, I don't want you to ring her at home. I just want to speak to a doctor. She's like, well, Dr. such and such will be in this afternoon. I said, well, can she ring me? And she's like, well, you asked for a different doctor. I said, well, no. I said, I would have preferred the other doctor, because she knows my medical history, and she would know best how to advise me. She's like, well, I can put a message on, but you better off just going to hospital. I went, I'm not going to hospital. And she was just being really awkward with me. And I went, can you just tell her what's wrong with me? She went, well, I don't know what's wrong with you. I said, well, you spoke to my dad. She went, well, I don't know what's wrong with you. So I told her. And then I sat in my car, and I rang my dad, and I was quite panicked, to be honest, because I was getting more and more breathless, and I just felt like I was going to pass out again. And I was like, I can't do this, but I don't want to go to hospital. And my dad talked to me for about half an hour, and I think it was annoying him, but I was really scared, to be honest. I was so scared that I was going to pass out and not wake up again. And I'm not too bothered about dying. Like, I've chosen this anyway, because, you know, I want a chat with Melissa from the police, and that's the only way I'll have the operation, and they won't let me have the chat, so they're basically killing me, which, you know, that's what they want to do. So I just was worried that I would die, like, on a car park in Devon. Like, if I die at home in my bed, fine. It was the fact that I was in Devon. So my dad talked to me for ages, and then he went, and then I sat there for about half an hour, and I felt a little bit better. I drank a small bottle of water, and I had some Pepto-Bismol, and then, oh God, my arm's killing me. I know this is like the worst angle, but it'll have to do. And then I slowly walked in, and I was so lightheaded. Got loads of food, like I've just gone and got this from the fridge upstairs, and it's quite a lot of hours later. And I had this exact one on the way down, piri piri chicken wrap. And I've also just got out the char grilled chicken and edamame protein pot, which looks yummy. And I've got a plain water, a normal water, and I'm just making a cup of tea. I've been stood in the sun, so I don't feel very well. Got what I wanted, drove to Asda, and I sat there for ages, and I went in Asda, didn't feel good, and then I came back here, and then I ate some warm chicken that I got from Asda. It was like, not breaded, but kind of breaded. Oh no, it was coated. It was like a crispy coating. Don't have in my Asda, not that I ever go to my Asda. I had them and some teriyaki chicken that I got from M&S as well. I had a Monster Energy drink, and then I went to look at my car because when I was putting air in my car yesterday, my front tyre looks low, as in the tread, and I was like, oh my god, if it's illegal, I'm gonna have to buy a tyre while I'm down here. So I couldn't work out if it was low or not, so I went and spoke to the owner here, and he's got a tool, and it came back as being legal, because it's meant to be 1.6 and it was just over 2. And he went, you should go up to Quick Fit to just make sure. And I went up to Quick Fit and it was exactly the same. And they said, like, you need to get one within the next month or 6 weeks. And I said, well, I don't live down here. And he's like, well, I recommend you go to a Quick Fit where you live. I said, well, yeah, I live 300 miles away. Is it okay for me to drive home with that like that? Or do I need to get a tyre? Because if I need to get a tyre, I'll get a tyre today. And he's like, no, it'll be fine, but you need to get one. Like, if you're driving 300 miles, he said it like in the next 2 to 3 weeks. I said, well, that'll be fine. But I said, obviously, I want it to be legal. If it's not legal, I'm going to buy one now. And he went, no, it's definitely legal. So that was a weight off my mind. But when I spoke to the doctor this morning, or this afternoon, because I spoke to her before the tyre, God, I'm cutting into the story here. So basically, she wanted me to ring an ambulance because the symptoms that I was having, the fainting and the lightheadedness and the difficulty breathing, doesn't relate to my illness, my long-term one, or the other one, my new one, or any of the other symptoms. I've never had it before. And I was like, I don't want to ring an ambulance. She said, well, my best advice would be to ring an ambulance and get up to the hospital, but it's your choice. You need to see how you feel. So I've decided to see how I feel. Obviously went out and did my tyre. Well, I actually went to Asda first, because I thought if I end up in hospital, I've got nothing to wear. Like, all I've got is my black skinny jeans that I've got on now, which I wouldn't want to wear in hospital. I've got my new pyjamas that I've got from M&S, which I obviously would take. But I'm like, what else have I been in for a few days? So I went up to Asda and I bought, they had 2 for $6 on t-shirts and tops. So in the offer they had short sleeve t-shirt, long sleeve t-shirt and vest tops. So I got a vest top and a short sleeve t-shirt, but I would never wear the short sleeve t-shirt other than in bed because it's not long enough, and I got the vest. And then I looked at the pyjamas, and oh god, and the pyjama section, right, would be okay if you're a teenager, or, well, to be honest, it's okay. Like, they had Little Mermaid pyjamas, which were pyjama bottoms and a t-shirt in like a mint green with the Little Mermaid all over them. Then they had Cookie Monster one, which was a vest top with a Cookie Monster on, and really nice like bottoms, full length ones. I liked them, but I didn't like the vest top. Then they had Mickey Mouse ones, which was like a sweatshirt and pyjama bottoms, but they were blue, but they had hundreds of Mickey Mouses on them. I almost got them. And then there was, what was the other one? There was one more, and then there were ones that I got. The ones that I got are Disney Princess ones. But I got them because it's not super cute Disney Princess, it's not pink, they're grey. It's like a sweatshirt type top, but a very thin sweatshirt with the matching bottoms. The bottoms have got like 4 different Disney princesses on, all over, and then the top it's just plain at the back, but on the front it's got the Disney princesses and some inspirational quotes. So I went for them. I think they're £18. So basically I've got 2 pairs of pyjamas. I've got my new M&S ones, I've got them, and then I've got a vest top and a t-shirt. So I've got the bottoms that'll last longer than the tops, because obviously I want to change the tops more. And then this afternoon when after I went to M&S before I came back the first time, I bought some knickers because I've literally run out. Like, I don't even have a pair for tomorrow, so I needed to buy at least 1 pair today, and I just bought a 3-pack basically. And I wanted a 3-pack of black, but in my size you could have a 3-pack of white, which I don't do white, or a 3-pack which is 1 black, 1 a coral colour, 1 white. So I thought I'll just get them, so I got them this morning as well. So behind me is 2 bags I'm packing. I've got my suitcase, which is going to have all the stuff in that I don't want and I don't need, and then this black bag is going to be if in case I get taken in hospital, because there's a good chance it's going to happen. So in it I've got the new pyjamas. I've not got the M&S ones. I need to get them out of my car. I got the t-shirt, I got the top, and then I got my orange hoodie out the car because I got an orange zip-up hoodie that I bought last year and I wore it twice, and I brought it down with me because I thought I'd get to wear it and I haven't. So I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to put my toiletries in that I need, my basic makeup. That's my basic makeup there. So from that side to that side, there's my cellar water, then, oh god, there's night cream, then there's my day serum, then there's eye cream, then there's a foundation that's already gotten it in, there's my eye cream, there's a brow product, there is a mascara, a concealer, a cheek product, my face cream, my night serum, and powder. I think the only thing else I would need would be my powder brush, cotton wool pads, but I weren't going to take all this to hospital if I get put in, because in there, as you can see, there are lots of products in here. So I've just got my basics out. There's nail polish and all sorts in here. So I've just kept out what I know I would definitely want. This is going to be, like, my toiletries will go in there. I'm going to have my body lotions and stuff. So, but even if I don't end up in hospital, I'm still separating my stuff because I'm just going to keep out what I'm going to need between now and when I leave. I think I will wash my hair tonight, even though it's not been washed 24 hours. I just feel like washing it, you know, when you just want to wash your hair. I'm really dehydrated because I've had too much sun. I've been in it a few times. I was talking to the landlady outside for ages, and I'll talk about that in another video. So I'm just about to eat. I'm going to take some pain relief. I'm going to take my shoes off. I look quite funky today, and I can't show you, but I've got black skinny jeans on rolled up to the top of my boots, and then I've got ankle boots on. I feel like I look good for once. So I'm preparing myself either way, so if I'm going home, I'll still have it, the same things in the same bags basically. But I had such a nice chat with the landlady, and I'll talk about that in a minute.